right, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. I want to say double honor to our apostles, who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This Rahab Amar for the Nebraska camp. This Jim as any push to the mark. And today I want to do a somewhat of a response video to Apostle Tahar's video today. Forget the name of the video in reference. See here, get it real quick through the spirit. This is why you don't bring your wife, man. Which it was a whole lot more to it than the title in itself, man. Is of course is a very edifying watch, so I would suggest give it a listen, most definitely. But the portion I want to speak on was he was speaking on the book of this book, which I just recently got through the spirit, the book of the Lost Remedies, the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies and Healing Power of Plant and Medicine. Really good book. And through the spirit, as a testimony, man, I have I don't think it's been lowering in itself, but it's a commercial. But have high LDLs, which is pretty much high cholesterol, which can lead to hypertension, diabetes, and things like that, man. So, just being all transparent and sincere, that I didn't take, I got the diagnosis like years ago, and I didn't take it into consideration, you thinking I'm young and I'm invincible, or I can just walk it off, or, things like that, man, to where it got to the point that I was having headaches, that Tylenol and sleep didn't resolve, night sweats, irregular heartbeats, things like that, getting lightheaded, could barely exercise, man. You know what I'm saying? It got real bad. So through the research, I came to find out the remedies, you know what I'm saying, a way to attack it. And that's what led me to get this book. I was doing other things as well, just based off of research, but we're going to lead off with a scripture. All right. It's like I should have had it up, but we'll get it. It's like, let's see here. Yeah, Salakia for that long delay, but Sirach chapter 30 and 15, it says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Okay. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Okay. So it says death is better than a bitter life or continual sicknesses. You're talking about acute sicknesses. You can have diabetes, cancer, and when you really just break down a lot of these diseases, it's a lot of these diseases that's going around, which anything that takes your body out of its normal state is considered a disease. Diabetes, cancer, autoimmune deficiency, all this is diet related. Esau will tell you that it's even right now, got my diet going now. Blueberry, apple, banana, lemon, things of that nature. Things for the liver, you know. We shouldn't be eating to live. We should be living to eat. You know what I'm saying? Or not, we shouldn't be living to eat, but we should be eating to live. Meaning that we shouldn't be going searching for the best tasting foods, especially these processed, saturated fat foods. And I went and did some research, man, and how the different meats as well, okay? Because a lot of these meats, from especially with beef, their fat breakdown and their fat content don't break down properly, and it when you overeat, when you eat processed foods, saturated foods, you don't get enough sleep. You're eating things out of the box. High sodium, high sugar, pretty much, because that's how they store things, and that's how they sweeten things. It's pretty much from high sodium and high sugar. That's what it's really all about. And I was talking to one of the elders a while ago about just sodium, my sodium intake. Anything over 4% on the back of a nutrition fact is too much. And I used to be a heavy sunflower seed eater. You look at the back of a sunflower seed, man, the amount of calories and sodium in that alone is ridiculous. See here, I look it up. I used to eat these a lot, man. And I thought I was being healthy, man, because, I'm not eating in mass, okay? All right, so I used to eat I used to eat these right here. These heavy, man. All the versions, But once you go into the nutritional facts, don't know if you can see it, but once you go into it's 90% sodium. 90. Okay? Cholesterol doesn't have any cholesterol, but that sodium, what happens is that when you consume that high potency of sugar and or salts, is going to get stored into your blood, because your body uses the sodium, your body uses the fat, okay? But when you eat bad fat, LDLs, not HDLs, that's good fat, that's your avocados, that's your omega-3s, that's your salmon, that's your sardines, okay, olive oil, okay, those are good fats. Those are good ways to get energy, okay, instead of just eating compound sugars, like, Sunkist, or drinking sodas, cold drinks, whatever you want to call it, I'm trying to find the amount of sodium in itself, because they have the actual numerical value to them, man, and it's outrageous at the number that's out there, man. I think it's like over 1,000 or something like that. Dealing with the amount of sodium intake, man. Yep, it's like that's per serving is 90. Damn, they don't want to show. It's like 2,970 milligrams of sodium. Now, once you look up, okay, you got 2,000. Let's say I can't see the exact number, but it's 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Let's look up, 1,000 or 2,000 milligrams of sodium in a salt shaker, okay? Because you got to think about it. You got to think about it. You're look at this. We knocking these sunflower seeds back. A salt shaker, a full salt shaker is 3,500 milligrams of sodium. This is what you knocking back in one bag of sunflower seeds alone. Okay, not considering that you're eating. You got to season your food up. Jake loves to season their food and things like that. And what happens is, from what I've seen is that your arteries, shout out to my little one, right? Your arteries starts off like this, okay? Nice smooth arteries. What happens is when you eat them compound sugars, that sodium, the bad meats, beef, chicken, you know what I'm saying? Chicken's okay, but even those, because they don't break down the same. Even like canola oil, I forget what they call them. It's like, because like omega 3s is like, three, like ends in three, something like that, some weird shit. I'm not a doctor, but I know omega 3s and omega 5s is where you want to go. I think like the chia seeds is like omega 5s and stuff like that, but pretty much when you start eating them, that sodium, that saturated fat, that sugar, and that bad cholesterol, that bad fat, and that bad sodium, you get inflammatory things going on. So when your blood flow is going through here, right? So once it gets inflamed, it swells up and it does this. Okay? Now you're adding a bunch of fat cells that you've been overeating, and it's going to clog up. And then when it clogs up, it catches here. And then this is how you get blocked arteries, ruptured arteries, overworking heart, non-working heart in certain areas, and things of that nature. And like I said, as a testimony, I changed my diet, and I guarantee you within a week, it was so bad that if I drink like liquor, you know what I'm saying, that I would have been like, I probably would have passed out, But if I ate some steak or something like that, I could feel my heart, boom, 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 boom. It'll start, and I could feel my body trying to break it down and trying to get through this. My job is physically demanding, and I'm sitting here just trying to work in it, and it's been months, and I'm thinking, okay, I could walk it off. I could do. It's like, nah, man, something's going on, something's wrong, and knowing it was the high cholesterol, through the spirit, I decided to, get disciplined, man, and consistent, man, because this is another thing I want to say, and I hope I don't offend, but your diet is a testament to your discipline, because we all have free will to eat as much as we want, because we have the money, we have the resources. We're in Babylon. There's an extended amount of delicacies and resources. You can eat when you get up. You can eat before you go to sleep. You can eat when you smell it. Eat whenever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong, but we should have a balanced diet, man. You shouldn't be, a lot of these things should be done naturally, instead of getting stuff, you should be shopping around the grocery store, not in the aisles. When you go around the grocery store, that's almost the safest place to go. If you got to go through those aisles, you messing up, man. Okay? Only time I go through the aisles is to get my can of sardines, But getting back to what's the matter at hand, man. I started eating. My morning consists of some avocado, eggs, and then I have some spinach, and I chop up like a pico type of style of a mix of veggies, and I put that on my spinach, and I have my salmon, and I squeeze a lemon on it. That's my salad dressing, okay. And then after that, for my snacks, I would go for my sardines and my crackers, Now again, the thing that what my problem was, and hopefully this is edifying, is that I thought that because I was doing good, and I could, no, man, it's a lifestyle. This is my life now. There is no, okay, I did this, now I can drink a little bit, now I can do this. No, that's it. I had my fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us brothers are getting older. We had our fun. Okay, now I'm not saying like I won't do it here and there. If the Shabbat comes or the Pesach comes, I'm gonna drink some yayan. for that sake, but I'm not going to indulge. It's a wrap. I don't want to do it anymore. All right, because a good state of health is a blessing from the Lord. Okay, so going to the book of herbal remedies, it caused me to look up, and a lot of these things I haven't even gotten yet. But the stuff that I've been doing, messing with my omega-3s, and getting away from all the saturated. I don't eat nothing if I can't make it myself. What I mean by, if I make a salad, I'm not getting no store-bought salad that's already made. I'm not going to a store where salads are us or anything. I'm making my own salad. I make my own granola bars. I make, everything pretty much from scratch. Honey's good as well too, okay? But Salakia, this is I'll show you. Just for the book's sake, you can see something. You got things for, what's that? Blood thinners, cholesterol, elevated cholesterol. You have things for gout. You got, man, this book is really good in my opinion. I just didn't want to, push it, but through the Spirit, when the elder brought it out, man, I was, that was the Spirit speaking expressly. High blood pressure, it goes from glands. It got things for, they got things for women, your immune system, heart attacks, irregular heartbeat, kidneys, liver, gallbladder, and once you start looking up, and I hate to, I hate to say it, man, because you got a bunch of things that are useful that this scoffer, this nigga was talking about, like dandelion. Dandelions within his book, it'll tell you, that dandelions in itself as a it's a weed, but it actually has some mineral purposes. Matter of fact, let's get a precept to support support what's being said, because all these things, it comes from the earth, man. All these things come from the Lord, and we don't have to go search high and low for the bulk of these things. All right, so in it's Sirach chapter 38 and 38 and 4, it says, the Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. You see? So, a wise person will not hate eating your veggies, eating your proper fruits. If you need all that flavor, it ain't got enough salt in it, you don't have discipline, man. That's just it. If you can't get healthy and take care of your body so you can preach this gospel, first and foremost, if you got families, you got kids, these people around us are relying on our presence through the Spirit, and you can't let go of a cheeseburger. You know what I'm saying? Speaking to myself first, I had to realize that, okay? And that's pretty much, that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? The Lord called us to do something, and you can't stop eating, chicken wings and shit, man. Let it go, man. Aren't we waiting on, we're hastening the day of the Lord? Ain't we, looking for salvation where everything's going to be plentiful and not saturated and high fructose this and high sodium that, okay? Things of that nature. So when you go into the dandelion, it is good for a bunch of things, digestion, things like that. But I'm going to read based off of what, things I had to research, was treating hypertension, okay? As a diuretic, dandelion juice helps eliminate excess sodium from the body and bring down blood pressure. It also helps reduce cholesterol ratios and raise the good HDL levels, which is your good cholesterols, okay? And the thing is that you would think, if I eat all this sodium, I could just drink water and flush it out. That's not how it works, because water has minerals in it, and sodium holds on to water, okay? And you're not just gonna piss everything out. If you really wanted to do that, which I am not advising as a fighter, I know how to take sodium out my body, and that's distilled water. That's water that has no nutrients in it, and it's gonna pull, just like activated charcoal pulls things out. distilled water will pull all that out of you as well. But it's very, very hard on your kidneys, okay? Which can cause kidney failure, things like that. But that's what fighters and fighters mainly use distilled water to get that water out of them. I mean, get that sodium out of them, because we was taught to pretty much eat things with sodium in it, and then lay off the sodium and then start drinking distilled water. I fought at 135, and then I will balloon up to 142 in a day from drinking like a jug of distilled water. And then I just start pissing like crazy. And then by Wednesday, I'm going to go down to 128 easy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pulling all the nutrients out of my body, but it's your kidneys have to filter that. That's why I say that is dangerous to do. Okay. So things that deals with elevated cholesterol, which is what I, based off what I researched within the book. I'm just going to go over all the things that I looked at. You got Amaranthus caudatus. Okay, you got American basswood. That's kind of difficult to find. It's just like it's like a wooden block. It's not like it's not hard to find, but it's hard to like deal with. Nobody's really selling that. Okay, black walnut, which is bitter as hell, but at the end of the day, it does the job. Okay, cinnamon. Okay, I would warn against that, because you can too much cinnamon can affect your kidneys in the wrong way. Chives, which is in the onion family, which is why if you would put an onion in a corner of your room, it'll absorb the bacteria. Onions are really good for pulling out bacteria and things like that as well. But the chives is really good for lowering your cholesterol levels. Cranberries, dandelion, as we mentioned, evening primrose, Primrose. Okay, flax, garlic, hardy kiwi, hawthorn, honey, leeks. And I'll give a couple examples. Matter of fact, if y'all have the time, we'll read through a couple of them, and it's just going to be a quick read. So we're going to go through the Amaranthus caudatus, okay, and 152, and this is a real book to navigate through. In the first portion, the first portion, you don't got to be a scholar or really, wise brother to navigate through this book. It's this easy. You see it, it'll say it here, and then it'll say the page right next to it type deal. And then you go to the page, and then it's here, and they're going to show you what it looks like, okay? And then as you see, I got it highlighted. So therefore it says, and these are regular plants, man. A lot of these we walk by and don't even know what it is, okay? But again, like, that bug out, he was talking about, he was pulling dandelion from outside the road. Don't do that, man, because that's chemicals, that's car exhaust and all that, and just grow you something, have you a little plant, John, you know what I'm saying, and let the weeds grow and cultivate the weeds, because weeds gonna grow abundantly. You could just keep picking those and storing it, man, you know what I'm saying, but grow your own weeds, if that makes sense. Okay, so Amaranthus caudatus, when you want to lower cholesterol, it says Amaranthus seeds and oil are a healthy choice for those with hypertension and cardiovascular disease. Okay, very simple. It says Amaranthus caudatus is a brilliantly beautiful plant. It tells a bright red flower, and it pretty much tell you how to do it, how to eat it. It says the leaves and seeds. You can eat the seeds, but you can just take the leaves, and then you can get yourself an infuser. Okay, which is another thing. Is just pretty much a glass jar, like an incubator, or them lab things, and it sits on a stove. It's a little small stove. I have one. Matter of fact, I'll show for edification purposes. This is I use just normally to make my anointing oils and things like that. But this will be the deal. You'll put your veggies or your plants or whatever in here, sit it in here, and you can put either in water, tea. I like to use olive oil. You know what I'm saying? And then this right here, just you can set it and then you can go to sleep and then let it go, man. You know what I'm saying? And but I just wanted to share, like man, eating right, it got me right in within a week, man. Okay, like I said, it was extremely bad, and headaches, endless headaches, irregular heartbeats, different things of that nature, and then within a week, I felt good. I felt good. Cheese, all that processed foods will tear you up. Point blank, period, man. And it's nothing wrong with eating it, but eating it in excess. You got to put cheese on everything. You got to put seasoning on everything. You shouldn't have to do that, man. It just takes discipline to let cheese go. You know what I'm saying? It takes discipline to not smell a burger and eat it, not smell a steak and eat it. You know. But okay, if you're going out and you're going out with your family and you're having a dinner, then I would eat something like that. But overall, I'm not about to. That's not what I'm about to live off of steak and mashed potatoes all day. Okay, sweet potatoes is good as well, But I don't want to go through all the list because it's gonna be repetitive, you know. But this book right here, man, it works wonders. I'm not a big go to the hospital person. I'm I believe what the scriptures say as far as the medicines coming from the earth. Because some of them, some of these things, reminds me of, you know, natural medicines, like aspirin and things like that. These things are wonderful. They work wonders. Not aspirin, but aspirin is pretty much garlic, man. Okay, a bunch of that Tylenol and all that, it got garlic in it. But doctors will tell you, oh no, you got to go to a physician. You go on the internet and this and that, man. No, man, you eat right. You wouldn't have to go. Apples lowers cholesterol. Watermelon lowers cholesterol and it's good for your blood. All right, it's just pretty much a blood thing. A lot of these diseases are respiratory, cardiovascular diseases. Sitting on your ass, living a sedentary life is bad for you. Okay? When we were kids, we didn't have this problem because we had to ride bikes wherever we went. We had to walk wherever we went. We ran and played outside. But now that we're adults, we drive to work, we drive home. If you if you work in an office space or you're whatever, how you're sitting down and you're not using certain ligaments. If you don't move it, you'll lose it. That's a general statement. And I worked all kind of jobs, man. I was bouncing all over the place from lack of discipline. But I was a CNA at a point, man, and I was in a rehabilitation, and so I've seen people from a lot of old people just strutting through and people that's willing through. And I always had conversations with the people that was strutting through and asking, man, how you move at that age? It's like I just keep walking, I keep moving. I always get up and do this. I always get up and do that. Eating before you go to sleep is bad. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to walk that off, man. It sounds crazy, but you're supposed to walk and release that gas out of your system, man, and let your body work, and get that out of your system, man. So, yeah, not too much I want to harp on outside of that, man. I hope, this was edifying, man. I can eat healthy, man, because, we got to continue to edify the flock. And there's a natural way. We shouldn't have to run to the hospital because we don't have the discipline to sit our ass down and do what we need to do. Speaking of myself first, and also speaking to brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Have the discipline, okay? And it's easy to get in these scriptures and tell everybody else what to do, but the scriptures tell us what the herbs does, all right? Tell us what the fruit bearing seed, the tree bearing seed, and things like that. And we know that. So what we are going to do with that? you know. And hopefully this was edifying once again. When I say I want to say Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, and Kalkadash, Barakatham. Double honor to our apostles, to our elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and doing truth and sincerity. Shalom.